Alrighty, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our severe weather forecast. Here we go. We do have severe weather ongoing. Here is actually, we're going to start with a severe thunderstorm over Dallas. This is actually producing a confirmed tornado. This is a particularly dangerous situation here for, this is to basically all areas west of Fort Worth all the way back out to, let's see here, about Santo. All those areas need to be undercover right now. This is a very dangerous situation here. Very dangerous situation. Please be in shelter now. We do have several other supercells in the area, but we're just going to focus on this one here. We do have a confirmed tornado. Now, good news, I do think it's trying to start to weaken. I think this storm's going under a process known as occluding. This storm... What is...
It's working. You're good.
Okay. Does it
Sorry, I think
still
it's
have
just
the
working.
other...
I'm sorry, guys.
Does it still have the other stream up?
Yes, it has the radar and it has Becca's jams and jellies.
All right. Does it have the other stream up that I made earlier?
It only has the radar and Becca
No, I'm
jams. Oh
talking
yeah,
about
yes it does. Yes it does.
the 9:45 p.m. one.
Yeah, that's the one that's live right now.
Okay. So okay. All right. So we do have a current severe weather situation.
Sorry guys, technical difficulties.
Yeah. All right. We did just get a new update. Let's view this. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect. We do have baseball-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts occurring with the storm, y'all. Please be in your shelters. This is a very dangerous situation ongoing. This is going to be moving towards Fort Worth. I think any tornado threat will be residing to the south of Fort Worth. But I don't know. This storm has started to move a little, I don't know, a little north
Yeah.
almost, just a little bit. I think it's undergoing a process known as occlusion. This is where storms start to tend to weaken, and we'll start to see less of a tornado threat with this type of situation. However, these can fail. They have before, so keep yourself on guard. We PDS, that means particularly dangerous situation, is in effect. There it is, right there in the warning, including a damaging tornado. Doesn't look like there has been any confirmation of an actual tornado by storm chasers on the ground, but that could quickly change. This has a very dangerous look to it. Let's take a look at velocities here. So you kind of want those reds and greens to be touching, and there it is, right there. Those are strong reds and strong greens touching. And what I was saying about the occlusion process, where I think that the rotation might start to weaken as the rotating part of the storm moves into the storm. You can see that rotation starting to weaken a bit. That northern side, that red, is starting to become a little further away and a little weaker in association with the greens, and even the greens starting to weaken a bit there too. So
Yeah.
take that into consideration. We might be watching the storm occlude and weaken here, but still take your precautions immediately. This storm, regardless of a tornado, this storm is still producing baseball-sized hail. That could be a lot more problematic for the
That's
Fort
damaging
Worth
hail.
area. That could be a lot more problematic for the Fort Worth area, I think. So, very dangerous situation. Please be in your shelters immediately ahead of the storm. We do have several other thunderstorms, one a bit to the north of that's severe, coming towards an area. Denton, Texas, as well, could be impacted. Oklahoma, far northern Oklahoma, is dealing with storms. We do have a severe thunderstorm up here. Let's take a look at that. Looks like that is going to expire here soon. That's a little cell. And then going further north into
Lots of storms
Kansas,
today.
we have a lot more severe thunderstorms. No current tornado warnings, it doesn't look like. This looks a little, I wouldn't say necessarily messier, but not quite as organized as I anticipated for this to be. But still definitely severe thunderstorm threat. Most of these storms are producing hail and damaging winds. One storm could be stronger than another. I think this one might be producing some slightly larger hail. Let's take a look here. All right, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. So That's the base severe thunderstorm, but still very dangerous. Those areas, Max, Stratton, Trenton, and Palisade, need to be in their safe place. If you're in any of these severe thunderstorm warnings, please be in your safe place immediately. This could be a very dangerous situation. But I do really just want to focus on, for this time being, I want to focus on this severe thunderstorm down here. Yeah, that's definitely undergoing some occluding right there. This storm did have a stronger debris ball, and stronger rotation a few minutes ago. That's definitely weakened. And yeah, hail has been reported up to quarter sized on some of these reports. But this storm's definitely weakening here, which is a good, very good sign for Fort Worth and Dallas areas. I definitely would say that some some severe hail would be possible. Couldn't get my words out there. Damaging hail is still possible.
LOL.
Huh?
LOL.
Yeah. Damaging hail is still possible with that storm. Some flash flooding also ongoing towards Clyde, Texas, and that might be another storm forming and moving towards that area as well. But there's a current look at that cell. That's the main one that we're going to be focusing on right now. That is still a very organized supercell, and you can easily see these occluded storms re-strengthen and form back into a tornado. Let's take a look here. Yeah, rotation, yeah, that's weakened considerably over the past few scans. Over the past few minutes, that rotation has considerably deorganized, and I don't see any indications of significant winds ongoing
that's
in any other parts of the storm. Now, let's take a look at our hail threat here on this storm, and you can also see where potential debris is falling in the storm, where that tornado could be, and you can see, still think it could be on the ground. Definitely, maybe some hail falling as well. I'm not seeing anything too impressive at the moment with this storm. Let's see. I've got... Okay. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, there's still definitely some hail falling, especially closer to the core of that storm, a little to the north of where the stronger rotation is. Oh my goodness, what in the world? There we go. Yeah, so that's a current look at this storm. Yeah, that's definitely not going to be a tornado producer for the moment. That's not exactly what you want to look for when it comes to a tornado producer. That's post-occlusion tornado storm right there. So it could absolutely still be on the ground. Let's take a look. I think this is still PDS. Yes, this is still a particularly dangerous situation tornado warning. So if you are anywhere, I would say, what is this? This is Annetta and Annetta South and Annetta North. I think that, oh my goodness, what was that sound? That those areas, oh my gosh, those areas could be the highest impact. That was a very loud sound. I don't know what that was.
Sorry.
No, that was
I
from
did
me.
not mean to do that.
That was from me.
Oh.
Oh, could you turn down the stream? I can hear it.
Yes, sorry.
No, you're fine.
There you go.
Alright, so now what we gotta watch for
It's down all the way.
is if anything forms behind it. Yeah, so there's the remnants of that rotation.
That cell still looks nasty.
Yeah, absolutely. Still could be producing. Baseball-sized hail is still in the warning, so that's what we'll call for. Absolutely possible baseball-sized hail.
It doesn't re-strengthen.
Yeah, this could absolutely re-strengthen. You can see right now that rotation's occluded. I'm already potentially seeing where we might be seeing the formation of where a second potential tornado threat could.
Oh yeah, I see that.
I'm seeing there's our rotation, the remnants of that. You can see that's pushing off to the northeast, it almost looks like. And then we might have, let me pause this here. We might have something trying to brew behind it, sort of in that box. That's where I think could be our next chance. Of course, we're going to have to wait and see. We do have a couple storms merging with this one. And we're going to have to see how that affects its rotation and all that. Yeah, you can see that here comes a couple storms trying to merge with it, and that could affect its rotation in a positive or negative way, so we'll have to watch out for that. Severe thunderstorm warning for Denton has expired as well. Denton, Texas.
Yeah, it did look like that was weakening.
Yeah, we do have a cell, pretty isolated cell down here towards, let me see if I
What
can
about
get a
that one
better-
back there? Yeah, that cell looks kind of by itself and isolated. I don't like that.
Yeah, that cell doesn't have a look that you want to see at all. Around
Oh.
Bronet or Brunt. I do not know how to pronounce that name. I don't see any rotation, but or any
Fortunately.
noticeable rotation. Yeah, but that's definitely not a look that you want to see, especially with a very isolated storm like that. In this type of environment we have today, we do have a here we go. New tornado warning for Great Bend, Albert, Pawnee, Rock, Kansas, that is.
That
Yeah,
is a
another
classic
isolated.
tornado warning.
That's an isolated cell there. You can see there's our
I
rotation.
can see why. Yeah, I see it. It's a pretty small cell. Oh.
Yeah, it's not overly organized like the other storm was. Don't mind the ugly circle. But that's where the potential rotation would be. Let's see. In a severe thunderstorm warning, ping pong ball sized tail is possible. So whether or not you get hit by a tornado in this storm,
Get that car inside.
yeah, get your vehicles inside, get all objects inside, as they could take damage from hail. That would not be good at all. A lot of severe thunderstorms moving up into Nebraska and northern Kansas now. I think a lot of the organized stuff is moving.
That's a lot.
The best conditions are more in wrong thing. Our best conditions are more in this that's too far east. More in this sort of general area. So that's where you got to look for.
Yeah, they pushed out of that pretty much.
Yeah, they're getting pushed out of that. And that's why I don't think there's much tornadoes going on up here, too.
Just a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings.
Yeah.
A lot. That one in Texas, I'm still keeping my eye on.
Yeah, that doesn't have a look right now, but yeah, there's definitely something trying to brew up there. I think that's a radar error down there, but there's definitely something trying to brew.
Sorry.
Yeah, this storm's definitely showing signs of weakening at the moment. I wouldn't be shocked if they downgrade this from baseball-sized hail. That doesn't look like a baseball-sized hail storm. Yeah. In fact, the tornado warning was warned for tennis ball-sized hail. It is no longer PDS, just radar indicated. So it's not. So the radar's indicating that there's still rotation, but still warning for tennis ball-sized hail. Very dangerous.
It is heading into a metropolitan area.
Yeah, that could be very disastrous for Fort Worth in that area. I would not like that type of hailstorm.
I hope this weakens.
Yeah.
Keep continuing this trend.
Yeah, I hope so as well. That would not be good for that area. Checking in on this storm up here, you can definitely see where that strengthening is going on. It's moving quick too, so this is going to be out of that favorable zone pretty soon. Yeah, but you can still see there's the rotation. That's where we got to keep our eye on. It's got the bean shape. It's got a supercellular shape, and here we go. We just got a new update. Weather spotters have been reported a funnel cloud on that storm, along with ping pong ball-sized hail. So at this point, we do now have a confirmed funnel cloud, not necessarily a tornado, but absolutely treated as a tornado at this point. I would say areas Housington.
Get in your safe place.
Get in your safe place. A confirmed funnel cloud has been reported on this storm here. Housington.
How fast this thing's moving?
Yeah, this storm's moving fast. You've probably got a couple minutes until this thing's getting right around there. So please take your precautions now. There's your rotation. Let me pause this. I'll circle the rotation. I will say,
fortunately, this is at least in Nebraska.
This is in Kansas. So that's about where it's moving. So, yeah, you can see that's definitely going to get close to Housington. I would be concerned for that area. If you're in that area, please take your precautions immediately. This could be a dangerous storm. Checking in elsewhere. I'll focus on that storm here in a second. This storm down heading near the Dallas Fort Worth area has tennis ball sized hail, include and a unconfirmed tornado, but still treated as a confirmed tornado, along with already got some reports of large hail in that storm as well. So make sure to take your precautions in the path of that storm. Areas out ahead of it. Let's take a look at this radar. Areas out ahead of it. This might be shifting a little north, which is absolutely not what we wanted to see for Fort Worth. That could bring a very damaging hailstorm towards that area. Hopefully the storm can weaken a bit. I do not want to see that type of hail hitting a metropolitan area. That would be terrible. But we're going to focus now. I want to focus on this cell right here heading towards Hossington. I don't like the situation that is kind of forming for that area. This is a confirmed funnel cloud. That could touch down any second. So mind you, please take your precautions immediately. We do have a tornado warning, confirmed funnel cloud. Hossington, I think that area is going to get very close to getting impacted. Hopefully not directly, but I think this rotation, you can kind of see where that storm's tracking, and this latest velocity scan was a little messed up, but you can still see there's your clicked the wrong button again. There's your rotation there, heading that way. I mean, that's going to come very close to Hossington, so be in your safe place if you're there. If you're in the warning, of course, take your precautions, but I don't think anywhere. What's this? Almets and West, really, I don't think have a threat. Also, if you're Great Bend or South, that's about where I think the severe or the tornado threat for this storm is over. Oh, thank you for the comment, Mr. Tryhard. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, we do have that situation. As I said, could be a bad situation. I really don't like that. Ace, what do you think?
I really don't like the bean shape.
Yeah. So what you look for in these types of storms is a bean shape. And
Yeah.
I don't know. This radar's a bit far away. It's the closest that we've got. But you can kind of still see at least the outline of a sort of bean. I'll draw it out here. So here's your storm.
See like an indention, like a
And then
little
here's your
indention
hook.
on the north-right side.
And then your storm goes
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
the
like
way
that.
up
Yeah.
here. So this is the type of look that you don't want to see for a tornado. Right there. Those are the
new
classic
update.
storms that produce tornadoes, and that's kind of what we got here. So as I said, I do not like the situation. I'm hoping okay, yeah. So on the latest model or this run here for the radar, I think this storm might be going under a similar process that the Fort Worth storm went through, called occluding.
Oh, yeah, that's weakening a little bit.
Yeah, so I really hope that's what it's doing, because as I said, rotation would come close to the Hossington area. We do have supercells and other kind of clusters of storms that have formed also in that good environment, but let's see how fast they're moving. Yeah, Mr. Tryhard, yeah, that is our sponsor. Currently, we only have one sponsor, but yes, that is our sponsor. We greatly appreciate them around here. You can follow them on Facebook.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tryhard.
Yeah, thank you for the comments. This is actually our first live stream, so we appreciate it. But yeah, you can follow her on Facebook at Becca's Jams. Great person, I'll tell you. She is an amazing person, so.
What is that storm in Fort Worth doing?
Yeah, here's the storm in Fort Worth. I'm just not seeing anything with this one right now.
The southern part's
which is a
breaking
good
where that
thing.
radar is.
Oof. But look at where that hail might be. Let's pause this. Whew.
Oh,
yeah.
Ooh, that's definitely strengthening. That's not good.
Yeah, I don't like to see. Yeah, that is hail. That would be most likely hail based on hydrometer classification. Yeah, that's gonna be coming close to Fort Worth. Southern Fort Worth really
That's on
needs
the
to
north
get in the
side.
shelter.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's hail.
Yes, bring your
That's
cars inside. Yeah.
areas Fort Worth South really need to take their precautions.
A
That's
lot of
gonna get
suburbs.
close. Yeah, there's a lot of suburbs.
I-35 going south, south of
Yeah.
Fort Worth. If you're on that interstate,
Well,
please try to get off at the most recent exit if you can here in the next 30 minutes.
and I do seriously think even Southern, actually downtown within this their perimeter, still might get impacted as well. I mean, look at the storm track. That's moving east northeast. So I mean that might come really close. The storm's
Close.
moving.
And the perimeter.
The storm's not moving overly fast at all though. So hopefully this will have some time to weaken. The storm is warned for tennis ball to baseball sized hail at the moment, which I
The
mean
hook's looking like it's strengthening a little bit.
I don't I don't think I see any rotation in that. Let's take a look again. Yeah. We might be watching it trying to reform some rotation, which is not surprising.
Yeah, because the radar's breaking. The radar's breaking right there.
Yeah, we're having some radar issues, especially with how this could come not if that rotation continues, that could
That's
come
just
really
not
close to the
good.
radar. Yeah, so you need to get some way off the road. As Mr. Tryhard said, get some way off the road. Don't be outside.
Hmm.
If this storm really is producing baseball to tennis ball sized hail, or tennis ball to baseball sized hail, I think that's the way it goes. But that would not be good. That would not be good at all. What's up, Georgia weather? Um, and I will say, it looks like we have gotten some reports of some tree limbs down. And yeah, that's what it's
Ooh.
looking like. Some gusty winds could be trying to form in that storm as well.
Yeah, maybe like a gust
Yeah,
front.
people are making your stream profile, bro. Oh, thank you. Um, oh yeah, look at that rotation. That'll be something to watch. This thing might be reforming as we speak right now. Yeah,
The southern part, like
we
that
did
green's
get a
getting
new
lighter.
we got a new update on the severe thunderstorm warning. 2-inch hail. So
Ooh, what does it say?
we're
Oh,
decreasing
that's still
the
really insane.
yeah, that's what lime size I believe. Yeah, that's still not good. Yeah, that's bad.
At least it's
And
weakening.
still a tornado warning in effect. I mean, 2-inch hail and a tornado warning.
Fort Worth.
If that's up to me, I think some Texas storms are crazy, but 2-inch hail and a tornado's. I think that might be pushing it, y'all. I mean, if you're out ahead of this
That's pretty
seriously,
high.
yeah.
That's like
I mean, seriously, if you're out,
anybody in Fort Worth, like downtown Fort Worth South, like
yeah, I would say
even north actually. It's pushing north.
about where this
Like,
interchange is right here. Here, let me circle it. Interchange.
oh, that
Can't get it.
interstate right there.
Interchange right here in south
Thank you for making.
need to be in shelter. Oh, thank you, Mr. Tryhard. You're the better
Thank you
news.
so
I
much,
appreciate
man.
it, man.
Really appreciate it.
It's our first stream, so sorry if it's like raggedy.
All over the place.
Yeah. I want to check on that storm up there with that confirmed funnel cloud, though. That could be a serious situation if
Yeah,
it didn't
let's see
include.
if it's still tornado warned.
Yeah, it's still
Oh, it's still tornado warned.
Yeah, there's still definitely some rotation at the
Oh.
very least. It's still got the bean shape as well.
I don't like that. I
Yeah,
don't like that.
that's
Yeah.
that's not a
It's
good
still
look.
there.
That's moving into Hosington like now, pretty much. We've got
What's the hail size on the storm?
I think it's what is it? Let's check.
Half
Ping
dollar?
pong ball sized tail.
Ooh, it's even more. 1.5. Ooh.
Yeah, ping pong ball sized tail occurring with that. Everyone needs to be in their shelter. Ping pong
Put your
ball
cars
sized
inside your
tail.
garage, please.
Yeah, that can damage
That will
cars,
dent and crack your
windows.
windshield.
Yeah, be careful
Anyone?
near and around where that tornado warning
Yes.
is because it expires in
try
1
hard.
minute. So we've got about a minute until we see if
They might
issue a
extend
new
the severe
one.
thunderstorm warning.
Yeah, I would
I'm pretty sure they're
not be
extending
surprised
that
if they'll extend the severe thunderstorm warning, but it's a question of
with the
whether.
hashtag tornado possible.
Yeah, so I don't know. This is kind of a
Maybe.
difficult call for me because I'm not the National Weather Service. Definitely go consult them if you want some like real.
Yeah.
But it's still, I don't know. It's not got the inflow. It's got the outflow though. So basically what I'm trying to say, it's got the red colors. So that indicates rotation, and that's going this way. Those are winds going this way, but it's not really got the winds going this way. So there's not much rotation going on because it's mostly just downdraft wind. So I don't think they'll extend this tornado warning. But of course we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see what they do with that. Okay, we do have an update on the tornado warning for Fort Worth. Let's take a look at this now. I'm still seeing where that rotation could be. And they are still radar indicated, just drop down to 2-inch hail. You know how fast the wind's going at all? I do not. They're not up to severe levels, though. They are not, at the very least, they are not 60 miles an hour. Okay, I apologize. I'm wrong. They are 60 miles an hour. So we do have a 60-mile-an-hour winds with that storm as well, and I have seen reports of some broken tree limbs in some areas. I wouldn't be surprised if some downed trees are going on too. There's where our rotation will be, and this is moving east-northeast. I think areas that might need to be getting ready out ahead of this are areas in between Crowley and Edgecliff Village.
Oh.
Those are areas that need to get prepared.
Hey, there's a bunch of power outages.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Palo Pinto County, there's 1,447. Yeah, then I'm pretty sure it's a down tree somewhere in there.
So yeah,
Ooh.
this is what I was talking about when it comes to a classic supercell look. I'll draw it out again just to explain my point. You've got the storm, and this is the main storm. There's a little bit of rain going on to the north of it, but this is that bean shape. And then you've got a little indention down here to the south, and that's where tornado potential is in that little indention down there. So that's where we've got to watch. As I said, in between Edgecliff Village and Crowley is where I think the storm potential tornado would be, and hail would be up to the north of it towards Fort Worth. So
yeah, let me check Radar Omega.
Yeah, check Radar Omega.
Oh, the people with that power in that county too.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. There
actually might.
There definitely could be a tornado.
Yeah.
They did not extend the tornado warning. We do have a new tornado
didn't.
warning for up here. This,
that's
not. This is not the classic supercell look, but I do see where the indention is. This is radar indicated, so no spotters have confirmed this on the ground, but take it like they have. And you know what? This is more of a line that has an embedded supercellular structure, so it has an embedded sort of bean-shaped storm. I don't see...
Oh.
I see where this indention is, but I don't exactly see where any significant rotation is. Yeah, as Mr. Triard said, stay safe. Make sure you're paying attention to the weather. I think any areas... We do have a moderate risk today, and I'm going to circle... Let me zoom out here a little bit. I'm going to circle this whole area today has the potential for severe weather. If you're in that circle, please be prepared. Just be prepared. Even if it doesn't directly look like it's going to hit you at the worst intensity, just be prepared. It's better to stay prepared. Be safe than sorry, right? So, definitely don't want to get caught off guard, especially when... Yeah?
You know the Fort Worth storm?
Yeah.
I'm looking on Radar Omega, and it still has a good rotation. There's both inflow and outflow.
Yeah,
so it's still there. It's not as significant as it once was, but I can see it's rotating. It's definitely there. But it definitely is weakening. It's substantially, but just to inform you.
Yeah,
what it's looking like.
There's what it is.
Yeah. It's still there for sure, but it's not looking as significant as it was earlier.
This is where that rotation could potentially
be. Very broad rotation.
Yeah. Yeah, you get out of that circle. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I would definitely be nervous if I was in that circle. I'm going to check Twitter.
Oh, it's weakening.
It is? Okay, that's good, because I really don't want a tornado
just south of... There's no hail.
I really wouldn't want a tornado just south of Fort Worth. Let's take a look at Twitter real quick.
What is weakening? Let's see what they have to say, because there's a lot of good info on there.
There is a tornado watch that just got issued for parts of Kansas and Nebraska. Yeah, that's got decent probabilities as well. That could be dangerous.
You know the Great Bend Storm? I really don't like this. This is turning into a hail maker.
Yeah,
It has a
that's
very hail kind of look to it.
yeah.
We're on top of Hosington.
Let's
It just went,
yeah.
actually no, it just went through Hosington.
I'm glad it weakened though.
It's
That
heading towards
because
a Beaver.
yeah, that storm in that line, I am starting to see where that rotation could be.
What in the
Thinking it's
world is
right
going
there.
on over here, guys?
It's right about there.
Uh,
Yeah, it's just a line embedded supercell. Yeah, there it
what
is. You can see the bean shape just a
is
little
that?
bit. Let's draw it out. It's kind of sideways. Um, with how that storm's oriented, I don't think it's gonna have that great of tornado potential, just because of how that storm's oriented. Now, not saying don't take cover if you're out
Hmm.
ahead of that. I just don't know how strong
Mhm.
the like future tornado potential will be on that. Um, Going back down to Fort Worth at this tornado warning, there's the remnants of rotation. It looks like it weakened again, so it's kind of just going through ups and downs. I'm seeing where it's rotating and then it stops, and then it starts and it stops. So just be
It's
prepared.
cycling.
Yeah, it's cycling. So just
What
be
are these
prepared.
special weather statements?
Yeah, I'm sure there's several special weather statements in some of these storms as well.
There's two
Um,
huge ones in southeast Oklahoma,
and this is what
like a whole
Now,
county.
Mr. Tryhard, I'm just going to tell you this is a weather page for our local community. We are based out of Temple, Georgia. So it's a local weather page for us. So I'm just going to touch on this quickly. In case any of my Temple viewers are watching, this stuff up here is what we've got to watch for later tonight. That could come down here. Hopefully it'll weaken, but what the models were saying last time is that it would weaken, and it never did. In fact, it strengthened and produced 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Birmingham. So that's what we've got to watch out for sure. But
Thankfully, that missed us.
hmm,
Thankfully, that missed us just
yeah,
to ourselves.
thankfully, and west a little bit too. Um, Here we go. Let's check the latest update. Still, I don't see a strong rotation in
Ooh,
that. But I definitely see where the rotation is. I wouldn't be surprised if they extend it, just with how the storm's been cycling. And I wouldn't be surprised if it extends all the way up to about downtown Fort Worth. Sort of something. Let me zoom out here a
it's
little bit.
definitely weakening. It's very broad rotation. It's there, but it's really broad. It's looking pretty broad now, but it's definitely there. It doesn't have that look to it like it did an hour
Right about there is where I
or
would
30 minutes ago.
expect.
Sorry.
Yeah. So there's the latest update. Um, yeah, that rotation's definitely weakening. And in case some
Not
of y'all
like the
might not have
storm
heard,
northeast of San Angelo.
in case some of y'all might not have heard, we did have some very strong tornadoes across parts of Kentucky a few days ago. Very dangerous storms that happened up there. That was terrible for them. Um, okay, still
Still
radar
no power
indicated
in some
uphill.
areas.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Um,
There's no power in Randolph County either. Some spots.
yeah.
Or
All in all,
Upson
though,
or
if
Crawford County.
they cancel this tornado warning, I'll most likely end it. And if they bring up another another storm comes up with another tornado warning to this one's magnitude, I'll probably restart it. Now,
Oh,
um,
Great Bend has extended.
Great Bend. So is that storm up here?
$50 has tail.
Oh, that you're talking about that storm over here. Okay. So let's
I don't
take a
like
look
how it's
at it here.
isolated.
Yeah, $half size tail. Not seeing any significant winds.
It's weakening.
Yeah, I don't.
It's
Yeah,
looking
that
weak.
storm's weakening. But yeah, if this storm goes tornado warned or continues towards the Fort Worth area, then I'll continue. But if it doesn't, we'll most likely end it. As I said, we are based out of Georgia, and that's where we mostly cover. So I don't want to clog up too many pages with. Yeah, lots of people are losing power, and that's concerning. With how hot it's been around there and how hot it'll remain, that's not good for those areas out there towards Texas and whatnot. all the way through
This
the entire
rotation's
Central
really
Plains.
weakened.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if
I
they
think I
cancel
see what
this.
weakened it.
What?
There was a you know that storm to the north up there near Denton. There was like a gust front. It looks like it's on the radar if you look at the loop on velocity. There's like a gust front that comes down and kind of squishes it. That's what it looked like it actually did.
It might have, and yeah, so yeah, this storm's not too impressive to me. It's losing. I mean, it's still got the bean shape, but I'm seeing less and less of a hail core. This rotation's looking very mediocre at best. I wouldn't be surprised if they cancel this. I would expect another severe thunderstorm warning for, let me highlight the areas I'm thinking. Probably around these areas. Somewhere in there, I wouldn't be surprised if we do have some type of severe thunderstorm warning extended. I wouldn't be surprised if it's for under 2-inch hail, along with no tornado. Maybe a tornado possible tag, but yeah, this storm is weakening for sure. I know there's been a lot of 90s
Fortunately, it
days.
looks horrible.
Some areas have been hitting the hundreds in Texas, triple digits. So yeah, it's definitely not good. Yeah, and here's another indication that I'm going to use with that showing that it's weakening. This is very subtle, but you notice that there's a little line right about here. That is indicative of an outflow boundary. So that means that both the storm is, one, relying on an outflow boundary to continue, and two, it's weakening because a storm kind of has that inside of it, kind of has an outflow boundary inside of it, but
Yeah, it's getting eaten.
once that starts to leave, then yeah, it's weakening. That's indicative
It's
of
the
a
most
weakening
broadest
trend.
rotation I've ever seen. So broad.
Yeah, it's weak.
It's still there though. It's still.
Yeah, on my radar, I don't got any rotation. It
It
might
is
be a
the
little
broadest
different.
rotation
Yeah, I
ever.
wouldn't really call that any rotation really anymore. That looks very mediocre.
It's just the left side where they're touching that.
Yeah.
Like right here. It's a little bit, but it's so just ugh.
So the biggest thing we're gonna have to watch out for is to see if any storms can form. Uh-oh. Yeah. If any storms can form just as I was about to circle this area, if any storms can form right over here. So we will have to
Wait,
watch
what
these.
happened?
This is where this is where the best environment is, albeit they're moving out of it pretty quick. So we'll have to watch those storms how they progress here in the future and into the overnight hours.
Ooh. You know where Dodge City's at? In Kansas?
Yeah, yeah.
These special weather statements actually look nasty. They actually have
Um,
whoa, look at
this
that.
this tornado warning is also still radar indicated. Yeah, and it's lost that bean shape for the most part. Still definitely stay aware up there though, but I am seeing less and less of a tornado threat with just about any storm right now.
I
Um,
really don't like
let me
this.
check my live model here. Let me check this out.
Hey, whenever you have a chance, maybe check the oh, it just got oh, golf ball size hail. Sorry. Golf ball size hail east of Dodge City, Kansas, and these storms actually look pretty nasty.
Yeah.
That looks that rotation's actually there. It's there.
So my real-time model still really wants this storm here around Fort Worth and Dallas to keep going. Let me check when it was last rain though. It really still
Oh,
wants the
especially
storm.
severe thunderstorm warning south of Fort Worth.
South of Fort Worth, I'm not surprised.
Tornado possible, $50 size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. So tornado possible tag, still a tornado possible. Still some large hail and gusty winds, but very much so weaker than what it was just right over here. Oh, oops. Right over here.
Yeah, this might get maybe tornado warned. Southeast of Dodge City. There's strong rotation in
Let's take a look at Dodge City.
looking at right now. It has a severe thunderstorm warning. There's strong rotation on that southern storm.
Alrighty, I gotta find Dodge City.
It's in southwestern Kansas.
Southwestern. In Kansas? And there's a severe
Yeah.
thunderstorm warning? Oh.
Yeah, east of Dodge City, right there. That storm. Look at the southern one. The rotation's looking pretty bad.
Wait, this one? I'm so confused. I'm sorry.
Wait, let me come over here. Hold up. Sorry, give me a
Oh,
minute,
okay.
guys.
It just got updated. Here it
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
Okay.
Jelly
That
song. We
storm.
need a Becca Jelly song. So you say that's got strong rotation?
Look at this other one.
Yeah,
It looks strong.
it's got decent. This one's got decent inflow, but not that strong outflow. Oh, Jelly. You know what? I'm gonna tell her when we're done with this stream that somebody was coming up with a song for her. She's probably gonna be so happy.
I
If
still
I
need to
ever
get in the
see you
shower,
again,
so
I'll let
I
you
might
know
have to
how
go
she
here in a minute.
reacts. If I ever see you again, I'll let you know how she reacts. Alright, there's the new severe oh, goodness. What was that? There's a new severe thunderstorm warning from downtown Fort Worth south to Cross Timber. I don't know what that was.
I'm sorry, guys. I just look at my phone and just see a huge S.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Mr. Tryhard.
Um,
I'm sorry. That was so immature of me.
yeah, but that storm's definitely weakened. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. Of course, as I said, we're
Still
just
don't like this
mostly
storm.
gonna focus on Temple, so I don't want to clog up too many pages with other weather ongoing in different
Yeah.
places. That's the only real reason. Right now, there's still absolutely a severe weather threat for many areas, but to keep it for Temple, I'm going to let you guys go. If anything significant does form and happen, then I'll restart the stream and I'll come back and cover more. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for coming in, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please go check out Becca's Gems and Jellies. Listen to that song by Mr. Tryhard. And yeah, you guys have a great night.